This episode is brought to you by Arlon Graphics, a trusted source for high-performance cast vinyl. This is their new product, DPF V9500, which is a high-performance, non-PVC polyurethane product that is made for highly textured surfaces like this. Check out this and all the new products Arlon has coming out at Wensco.com.
Hold on, I forgot how to do this one.
Remember, Mike has to start it now because he says, here's Mikey.
He does introduce you as, hey, here's Mikey. But we can pretend like that doesn't exist.
Welcome to Tyler's Gonna Introduce the Podcast.
I have Mike in my name too, so I can just take over.
Yeah. Here we go.
That's it.
All right, here we go.
From Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast, starring Mike Hall, with his co-host Tyler Hall, and their sometime sidekick, Domingo Tobar. We invite you to join the show with today's relevant sign industry guest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Mikey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 81 of the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast. You may have noticed this one sounded a little different when it started. Did you guys notice in here? It sounded really good.
I haven't heard it yet. I didn't get privileged to that information.
We were just talking about before we went live that we have a new theme song, and they were like, "Oh, do we get to hear it?" I was like, "No, that's not how it works." So.
You might recall a year ago I came here and I was really disappointed. I was sad.
Yeah.
Because your theme song was so pathetic.
Yeah, well, you did it live.
And I wrote a theme song for you.
Yeah.
Personally.
Only a year. Took a year.
Yeah.
So the story goes, it took him a year to write it, but he did it in one day.
Well, it was in my
30
mind.
minutes. 30
but,
minutes.
The deadline of being here made me do it.
Made it go.
Well,
Yeah, he's
like,
probably saying, "Oh, I'm going on the podcast. They're gonna ask me. I better do it."
Yeah.
Well, like if you take chicken just straight out of the fridge and season it and then put it on the grill, it's not very good. You got to let it sit for a while. Joe's been letting this sit for a full year.
Yeah,
so
it's been congealing. Oh my God. Sorry about that.
Hey,
Oh, is that the theme song?
Is that the same? Does that go for the same rule? If you're going to like a church potluck, you make the potato salad the day before, leave it on the porch, and then bring it.
You let it congeal. You let it congeal.
Been there,
Are
done
we going to
that.
do a dry run?
If the flies go through,
Let's do a dry run. Let's audition it for Mike.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do it.
I thought you had it on your.
We don't have that kind of technology.
Oh, then I can't do it.
Never
See,
mind.
our technical guy says,
analog
"No,
here.
we can't do it."
Never mind. You want me to start with my story from the weekend?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So I could go on forever about this weekend because Tater had his bachelor party at the farm, but we won't talk about that.
Not Tater's bachelor party.
Yeah, I was gonna say not his.
Tater had
friend.
his best friend's bachelor party at the farm. You have 4 25-year-olds around that time that, let's just say, they wrecked my four-wheeler. They knocked down a bunch of corn, and they had a good time. And one kid
They didn't wreck your four-wheeler. They tore it apart.
They tore it apart, yeah. They tore the drivetrain or whatever right off of it.
Oh, that's good.
But you know what? When that happened, it clunked really loud. You think you'd stop? No, you drive that sucker all the way back. Clunk, 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 clunk. Parts are everywhere.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna carry it back? I think it's way too
Well,
heavy.
I mean, we're on the farm. We have tractors and stuff. We can probably. But anyways, my plan for the weekend was to move like my patio furniture and stuff like that. But what turned out to happen was Tater had the truck and Desmond had my car because she was in Chicago all week. Where are all my keys?
in the vehicle.
In the truck and in the car. I have 2 sets of keys, both gone. So I can't get in. I don't have no house keys. I have no storage keys. I have no keys to here. I pretty much have no keys all weekend. So I thought, you know what? I'd already pre-planned this. I wanted to move a tree stand. So I went to the place I wanted to move the tree stand. The entire tree is covered in poison ivy. And the front part's all covered in poison ivy. And then there's a big patch off to the side. So I cut all the stuff on the tree and I killed all the stuff in the front last week. So I had Ted coming up, and of course, you know me, I got impatient. I'm like, I can do this myself. It's like a 15-foot ladder stand. They're kind of heavy. So I get it down, I get it over, and I'm like just struggling to get it in the tree. You know, if anyone that's done it, they've done it. I finally climb the tree, I pull it up. I pull it up again. I pull it up again, and I'm just dripping with sweat. It's hot. And I finally get it all the way up, and there's a limb right. I thought I was going to be above that limb. It's right where that it needs to be. Well, where's my chainsaw? In the storage shed. So I get a regular saw to saw it. And so I'm, sawing away. Finally, it swings down, swings back, knocks the ladder stand straight out of the tree and into that big patch of poison ivy. And I'm up there just like, this didn't just happen. So long story short, I just walked straight in the poison ivy. I was mad, picked it up, put it in the tree. So maybe tomorrow or the next day, I'll be covered in poison ivy.
That's perfect.
But
What a good weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
great
it's
times,
not
right?
over. It's not over yet.
You survived.
Are you going to get into details
About what?
about the boys?
What do you want? I mean, I can.
Don't mention any names or anything, but you could say that you were the caregiver.
Yeah, when I'm responsible, one, you're already in a bad situation. So they started with golf, and I said, hey, I'll drive you guys, right? So I drive them to golf, and when they're finally ready, I knew they weren't going to call me too soon. So I got there. As they're walking to the truck, I know there was either a really cute golf cart girl, or they just spent too much at the bar beforehand because they all were like, okay, past the point of where they should have been. And this is early yet. This is 5 o'clock. They get back, they're playing games, and then they decide that that's when they decide they're going to go. The 4-wheeler ride started with, they're going to go get Cody's trail camera died. They have a cell phone one, so he knew it died. They're going to go get the cell phone, and it's probably, or the trail camera. And they have to cross the creek, through the swamp, and around. It's about 1.5 miles total round. So they're gone forever. They finally, Tater calls me, hey, we got the 4-wheeler stuck. He said, where's the winch button for your 4-wheeler? I said, it's on the handlebars. I said, but only use it as a winch. Don't use it to tow him because it'll snap. I'm on my way. I don't really even know where they're. There's a video of me like, I got to find these kids. So I drive Tater's truck out there and find them. By that time, they had already snapped the winch off. They did exactly what I told them not to do. They're in the creek with the tires turned, trying to go up this embankment. I would literally, from the time that I got to them till I had them towed out, was 30 seconds with the same equipment they had. So anyways,
It's the A-team out there.
they get all the way back. That's when the 4-wheeler broke. They get all the way back and they're standing there. They start playing these, yard games or whatever. And when they finally said, hey, where's the camera? Like, did you guys go get it? Yeah, we got it off the tree. It was on one of the 4-wheelers. Not on there anymore. So the next day I walked the whole path in and out, and then I can see everywhere they went. Like, okay, they lost control here, went straight through the corn. They lost control here, went straight in the prickers. Okay, someone definitely hit a tree right here. But I did find the camera. But after they did that, they decided they're going to go to the Blind Squirrel. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
It's the local restaurant / bar. And I know most of the people there. I mean, it's the only real place to eat in Fremont. And they're there for like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. I finally decided, you know what? I better just go get them. As I'm walking in, one of the waitresses is outside, and she's like, you here to get the boys? Yes. She goes, we're ready for you to get them.
It's fine when the waitress says that.
So I get them all out. I get them all in the truck, and one of them comes in the house. He steps in the kitchen. I see him losing his balance. I'm on the other side of the counter. Nothing I can do. Just let him go. Slam against my oven. I go over, grab him by the back of the pants, back of the shirt, drag him into the bathroom. Then I have a picture of him hugging the toilet. It's typical fun. Then I have to get them all upstairs to go to bed. Finally did, but yeah, that doesn't top it. Once they had that, I had told them there's a dead spot in the corn. So 50 yards out in the corn, there's a 10 by 10 dead spot. And I said, that's a great spot to when they had that meteor shower the other day. It's a great spot to stand there because it's all dark. They decide they're going to find it. At this time, there's 6 of them. 6 of them are going to walk through the corn in the middle of the night with too much to drink to find those things. So one of the guys here, I see him put one bush light in one back pocket, one bush light in another back pocket, and he's got one in his hand, and he heads out there. Oh, I missed a part. When they got back, they all decided, since they were stuck in the swamp and it was all muddy, they're all going to strip down in the yard to their underwear and give me all their clothes to wash. I'm like, I mean, you're on a busy road. They're all standing there in their underwear, all of them. So I washed all their clothes. But anyways, they did find that dead spot. Then they all come back in. They were sitting out there in the dirt, drinking beer in the middle of the cornfield. Freaking chair, something.
What a time.
To be young and stupid again. So anyways,
hell of a weekend.
That's my weekend.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I was at GPX Long Beach, so it's a pretty good time.
Yeah. Well, they did get up at 6 a.m. and leave.
That's pretty good, though.
They did. They stick to their...
That's pretty good.
I mean, they forgot a bunch of stuff there. I had a car full of stuff that they're supposed to bring.
Just left it. Well,
But anyways.
How was GPX Long Beach, Tyler?
Good. Yeah. So the show... is better than last year,
That's
which
great
is
to hear.
better than I can say for the previous 3 years we've done the show.
Yeah,
I feel like it's been slightly worse, slightly worse, slightly worse. And then this one was slightly better, which is, I mean, what they had told us they were going to try and do. Right. So, yeah, still not even as good as when we were there 3 years ago when we originally did the blindfolded hood wrap challenge. I was telling people where our booth was when we did the original blindfolded hood wrap was the end of the show. Currently, like there's nothing behind where our booth was. That's where they had Wrapscon at, and it was the end. And they probably took up like a, I don't know, 120 by 60 area for 3 cars. Like it was a lot of space that they allocated to it. But they got more people there than they've had in the past few years, which was good.
Yeah. Good attendance.
I'm pretty upset though. Dallas and Jim, you guys owe me. I had big money on you guys. Big money on you guys, and you lost. So, but Dallas, Jim, I know Dallas listens to this, but you send it to Jim too. Both you guys owe me money.
Dallas literally just called me. He was calling me while we're on this podcast.
Yeah,
so
he owes me some money.
I do have some questions for how the judging is done for these shows, but we may leave that for a whole other episode because, yeah, we have some questions on it. But other than that, it was great. I think the team that won probably should have won, I think, based on just looking at the 3 cars. But the second and third was questionable. Third place finished the car. Second place didn't finish the car. So I don't understand how that part of it works. So it only had one piece left, a pretty small piece left on that other car, but they didn't finish it. And then we're like, oh, okay, easy, third place, right? And then they announce it, and Dallas and Jim get third place. And I was like,
if you're having a steak cooking contest and one guy doesn't cook his steak, you lose.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I feel like how they judged how much time it would have taken them to do that versus how many points, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I will say they did make a pretty big point at the beginning. Like there was no points for finishing early. Like it was all judged on quality.
So it's no time consideration.
There was an end time.
What
right?
kind of quality is it if it's missing a piece?
Yeah. So I think their argument probably would be that they rushed to get it done, and they would have rather the parts that have been done better would have been their argument. But I still think if you don't finish it, that
horrible.
should be
Remember what I said about the contest? If it's not sellable, you fail.
Right.
Number 2 fails then.
And
it's not sellable.
Finished.
It's not sellable.
I'm saying the third one, they dinged them for, there was a lot of stuff when I looked through it because I was there
those
when
guys
we ripped it off.
Maybe Jim and Dallas, you guys come over here, Wensco. I'll give you some training.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all super small stuff though.
So my question to you,
the car looked great.
So my question to you is the hood that you took.
Yeah.
Did that hood come back or did you leave it there?
We're going to find out. No, the hood will make it back. The questionable one is the door. Because if you remember, we screwed it to the skid. Well, they were being
gentle with it?
Union workers about it when I got there, about how long it was taking us to put our booth together. So the last thing they were going to let me do was borrow any power tools. So the only way we got off the skid is we just ripped it off that base and then put it on the floor.
Oh boy.
So luckily I had that strap. So we just strapped it to the skid. It should be fine.
Without a doubt, of all the shows we do, Long Beach Convention Center is the worst place to do a show. I'll say it right on here. It's terrible.
Nick from Monterey said when we were leaving, because we were also one of the last people to get our skids. We were just sitting on the floor, just waiting. And Nick's like, so is the next episode going to be about the Teamsters that work at the Long Beach Convention Center? And I was like, I don't know. We'll see what I feel like.
We shouldn't even have a show there.
It's so bad. It's the worst one of them all. He's like, so it's if it takes you longer than an hour without power tools, they have to bill you for it. I didn't use any power tools. Literally, all we had to do was put up the backdrops. And they're like, oh no, that counts. It's a structure in your booth.
Oh man, that's worse.
I was like, okay. And he came. We were already like 3/4 of the way done. And I was like, well, this is the first time you've come to me. 1 hour from now, I'll be done. So if you're going to count it,
I would have said this is delicate stuff. You cannot touch it.
And he was like, okay, this is just like your warning, is what he said. And I was like, okay. And I just gave him the thumbs up and I just kept working. I was like, okay. Well,
I don't have time for this. I got to go to dinner, man.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I don't know. We might have messed up because we were there so early that there was hardly anyone else setting up. So it was basically like just us there.
It doesn't cost you any more money. Once you know you're getting charged, you might as well swear at him the whole time he's in your booth.
Yeah.
The entire time, treat him terrible.
Well, my thought was going to be if they were going to send somebody, I was just going to stand there and let him do it. Just see how long it took him.
Yeah, we should have done that when we did it last time. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
you got it.
We got to get to Joe.
Yeah.
He came all the way here.
Yeah, introduce our
GPX
guest
Beach
again.
was great. Yeah, if you haven't
only been
seen
a year
it before,
ago.
I should have wrote down the episode numbers. Usually I do, but I didn't. It only took us 15 minutes to get to our guest, so we're doing pretty good here. Joe Morreale from Roland, thanks again for coming. Is this your third time?
Third time.
I think
All
you're the
right.
first. You're the first third-time guest on the podcast.
Wow.
So,
Honored.
so it's great to have you again. Luckily, you guys put out machines so fast now that we can pretty much just put out on the calendar, bring you back, and know there's going to be something new. By the time you
Man,
come
we
back
have
out.
some doozies to tell you about now.
Yeah. So last time you're on there was no. I don't think we even knew about the printers that we have now. Last time you were on here, so
It was in the R&D room being developed.
So,
because you know
yeah.
how quick we are about developing new products. So
pretty excited.
Yeah.
I think we even might have asked you. We might have asked you about a high speed
did.
printer on the last one, and you said, I don't know, maybe. And then
Maybe.
it came out like right after we did the podcast.
we have a couple of new products that are high speed. So one of them,
Yeah, go ahead. That's what we're here for. Yeah, what do you want to cover?
one of them's a
What's
print
new
only
since there?
model. You know, we're known to be the kings of print and cut, right? I mean, we're the guys that innovated the whole integrated print and cut solution, but we have a high speed print only product that's kind of a comparable alternative to Brand E.
Oh,
So it's called the XP640. It's a print only machine. It's a rocket ship. $20,995 MSRP, and you ink it up CMYK, light black, orange, red, and green. And as a matter of fact, last time I was here, you know, we were at your open house, and we were at the event afterwards, and you challenged me. You said, "Hey, this XP640, you're saying is as good as Brand E. I don't believe you, Joe." I said, "Okay, let's get together. We'll do a shootout." We did a shootout, didn't we?
yep.
Do you remember that shootout?
Yeah, we ran the two machines side by side. I was just talking about this.
Yeah.
This weekend, at the show, someone was asking me about this. And what I told them was, if you take them spec for spec, I can say them because we sell both of them. The 9170.
Oh,
We've sold
we're
a few of
not
them.
talking about. Oh, you talking about that brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it. I don't have Joe. That's funny. So Joe's like,
It's Brand E.
Yeah, Brand E.
he's like, he was like, yeah, we'll do the shootout. And I was like, yeah, sounds good. And he's like, yeah, but you guys won't want to talk about it. I was like, Joe, I don't think you understand. I'll have no problem talking about it at all. So
If
anyways,
you've not watched our podcast, we have no problem.
the two machines was the XP640 and then the 9170 from Epson. We sell a bunch of 9170s since they've come out. I mean, when we can get them, when they ship them to us.
we would sell a lot more if they were like,
If they were here.
Yeah.
we
like say
could
in the
get 'em.
United States.
Well, we got another product that you could sell them.
Yeah. So
Available.
So we ran these two machines side by side, and what I had told Joe was I ran them both. I had already run them both. We had already done wrap class on both of them, and I said the 9170 is faster. When I run the both jobs, the time that the 9170 comes out is faster.
And
I
I
was like,
challenged you.
And you're like, that's not right. And I was like, I'm just telling you the times when I ran it. So what we found out when we did the test was if you ran the 9170 at, let's say 12 pass for an example, and then you ran the XP at 12 pass, the 9170 was faster. The problem became that if we ran the XP at 8 pass and then ran the 9170 at 12 pass, the XP was faster.
And quality
And the output
was
at the same.
same quality.
Can you
visually.
explain to people that are stupid what 8 pass and 12 pass means?
So when you go in, so let's say if you're familiar with VersaWorks, this will make sense to you. If you go in and you don't select a profile, right, and you go to the second tab on there and you go and there's like standard, high quality, and high speed. Is that what you guys call them?
Right.
Did I get those all right?
Yep.
So like your high speed would be like a 2, 4, 6 pass, right? Like super, you're basically doing huge swatches. You're not printing over them. Typically on those.
So back up though. What's 2 pass mean? That means it goes over it twice?
Correct. Yeah. So every piece of ink that you see on there has been printed twice.
Okay.
So 8 pass has been printed 8 times. So you get higher density, higher quality. You'll typically get banding on lower pass, right? Like on a 2 and 4 pass on like, especially this is like big on like flatbeds, right? Well, they'll go to like 1 pass, right? And it'll just be a swatch,
So
a swatch,
12
a swatch.
pass, there's 12 layers of ink.
Correct. So what we ran into was the 8 pass quality on Roland side was similar, if not better, than the 12 pass on Epson side of things. And it may just be the way they lay ink, right? I mean, the 12 pass on the Epson is still fast. Like I can't come out here and say it's slow, but if you were to compare them, what we were saying is, okay, they're saying compare it pass to pass, right? We're saying
Look at it visually.
Visual quality to visual quality.
And we beat them.
And
we're putting at 242 square feet an hour.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the cost of Brand E versus this XP640, right? What does that Brand E printer cost? MSRP $28,000, I believe.
20. We just did the video. 26,995.
Well, it's actually ours is actually $20,995. What's the warranty on that Brand E, by the way?
Long, super long time, forever.
It's a 1-year warranty, I believe, right? We have a 2-year warranty. So we're going to save you $8,000. But there's more than that. It purges a lot of ink, we've heard. We've done some tests, and we've determined that you'll save about $300 a month in ink savings just on our printer not purging ink.
Well, we want ink sales.
Joe, we're here to sell ink, Joe.
We're here to sell ink, Joe.
I'm sorry, buddy. We gotta look out for our end users here. So
the XP's cheaper than the XG though too, ink, right?
it's less expensive.
Oh, it's less expensive. XP ink is less expensive than XG.
It's 11 cents a square foot.
I know you guys love your
Actually,
XG.
so it's 12 cents a square foot. I mean, so
I like the XP because most of you that are they're printing that fast are using a GraphicsTech anyways.
well, it depends on what your application
Yeah.
is, right? If you're a wrap guy, that's a big deal. You want to have a separate online cutter in many cases and just want to have a print only device. By the way, we won the Keypoint Intelligence BLI Pick Award for 2025. They gave us 5-star for image quality, color accuracy, color gamut, and usability. So it's pretty exciting. It's 3M MCS warranty certified and it's super fast printer. So something to keep in mind, $426 a month if you leased it for a 60-month lease typically. Let's talk about real life, though, Mike.
Okay, let's do it.
If you're going to use this, you're going to use this to perhaps wrap. Let's say we're wrapping a Tesla Cybertruck. That's about 230 square feet. What would that go for retail? I figure like $2,300 conservatively. Is that about right?
Or
Depends
more.
on your market, like $450 if you're in the right market.
Downtown Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
their material cost is $650, but they haven't done the math yet, so they'll get there eventually.
Well,
That's last week's episode. Rick already heard the previous to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's last week's.
This printer will be able to do that wrap in an hour. And you figure your cost with the wrap materials and ink, it's about $437. That's $1,863 of profit in an hour. So you're going to save money on the printer. We're going to give you a better quality. We're going to give you the VersaWorks RIP that you have unlimited upgrades on. Oh, by the way, we have a Mac version of the VersaWorks 7 RIP now if you're a Mac person.
Nice.
That's a new thing. I don't know if you know. Did you know about that, Domingo?
I did.
Okay. It's important. I want you to know.
I'm
product manager. I need you to know.
I'm agreeing.
From the tech side, we would rather had you not do that because now we got to learn the Mac version.
Exactly.
But again, it's always
When
our customers.
when you have nobody here that's a Mac guy, then all of a sudden, hey, they got a Mac version. Like, well, who has a Mac here?
There we go.
No, thank you.
So that's one great new product. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
We just
Tyler.
talked about, Domingo was like, oh, we should plug our 2-Minute Tuesday videos. So this is a good plug that we just did a video on how to install VersaWorks, because although that should be a simple process, it's not quite as straightforward as one would hope it would be.
I watched it.
It's only because Roland DG Connect makes the process a couple more steps than it was before. So if you're used to the old version, like if you're coming from an XC.
Well, you can't just install the program. You got to go through DG Connect. It's kind of like Adobe Illustrator has a Creative Cloud, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to install your programs from
Correct.
that. Same kind of concept.
Yep. So you got to install DG Connect and then install VersaWorks 7. And some people get a little confused by that. So we did a whole 2-Minute Tuesday video. It only took us 8.5 minutes edited down. So we were pretty good. So anyways, we just did that whole video for VersaWorks 7 because what's funny is the video or the software we have on our demo computer is still 6 because I think everyone just keeps pressing the next button. So now I have FirstWorks 7 on my laptop at least.
Once you get used to it, it's phenomenal. It's just, things moved around a little bit, but it's actually it's an easier graphic interface. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, it's not much different than 6 if you're used to that one. It was pretty easy. But yeah, I will say when you're talking about how much faster it prints, there's an older printer. It's currently still available from brand R out there. It's called the VG3. We printed all the wrap classes on that one last year. Print's incredible, right? We still sell a lot of VG3s here. I'm making a joke. It's Roland, by the way, if you guys didn't catch that one. But Roland's VG3, we printed our entire wrap classes on that last year, right? So 12 kits we ran through there. And we would print those in roughly between like 6 and 7 hours, roughly.
Imagine if there was a printer that was 3 times faster that print and cut.
So now we do both. We'll do 2 kits at the same time, and we'll do it in roughly 6.5 hours printed, which is huge. I mean, that's a huge time saving. You're printing 2 kits on so that's a full Ford Transit van, right? Front to back, hood, rear, everything. 2 of them in under 7 hours. It's much faster, super efficient. Take up real usually works great.
So that's a great print only device. And then
sorry to interrupt you guys, but I just want to take a minute to talk about Nakusa, the name behind our tape. Our tape's the #1 application tape out there, but they are more than just tape now. Nakusa has a full range of products out there. Their new one is called NextBond. This is a UV cured adhesive. Why does that matter? It's an eco-friendly and durable option, but comparable to most of the eco-friendly options, this is a cost-effective product. So if you're looking for an eco-friendly product or a durable product or just in general a good vinyl, NextBond is going to be the one for you. This is available at Wensco.com as well as all of their other products. So check it out at Wensco or reach out if you have any questions. Oh, and don't forget to use your Nakusa bucks. Have you heard about Metamark? Metamark is a company that sells premium graphic solutions for commercial and fleet signage. So whether that's walls or it's vehicles or it's tables or doors, we loved it so much we put it all over the podcast studio. So you can check it out on our videos or at Wensco.com.
And now we have another print cut model. If you want an integrated print cut model, maybe you had a VG3 and you really want speed. The new model is called the XG640, Mike. Did you know about that?
I think we've sold.
What, A1?
How many have we sold?
Quite a few.
Oh, I know we just install one as far away as we possibly can.
Yeah, that's our goal.
9 hours.
Yeah.
Inside our delivery area.
So it
is. There's only one stop in all of Wensco that's further away than this guy that we deliver to. And that guy is only a mile from him.
Yeah.
The furthest outreach
we go. It is literally 9 hours from where we sit right here. And we deliver from here to that guy weekly.
Good thing it was a Roland because, we're really known for our reliability. That's the industry reputation, right, Mike? So
I hope so.
You should know so.
Because there's no amount of warranty work that pays to drive all the way out there.
So anyway, that model's $25,995. The XG640 is a promo going on. Actually, it's $26,995. And this thing's so rocket fast that we have an extended heater dryer as an option called the DU364. That's about $3,000. But we have a promo going on. So this is going to air in September. This promo goes on until the end of September. It's $25,995 promo price. That's $1,000 off. And we are going to throw in that $3,000 heater during the promo period. So that's like a $4,000 value.
Are we getting a spiff from outside our area for this big promo? We should be spiffed from Roland.
Finder's fees. We should.
Yeah. Dan at Roland,
it should make you feel good, though.
We should get a spiff.
But think about how you're helping the industry and you're helping educate all those people. It should make your heart feel good.
I do.
It warms your heart.
I am. You know what makes me feel even better?
Money in my wallet.
Money in my wallet.
So if you're looking for Roland, you're not in the Wensco delivery area, you can go on Roland's website. You can ask for more information, and in the notes, just put Slightly Serious Sign Podcast so that we know that we sent you there.
So that you can badger me later.
Nobody will get paid for it, but at least we'll know in our head and in our hearts
that we did something right.
So that new printer, by the way, if you got a 60-month lease and had decent credit, you're going to pay only $528 a month. With the savings of how fast you're printing and how much money you're going to make with that faster speed, it more than pays for the difference.
100%. I mean,
we're printing, in standard mode, 12 pass, we're printing at 163.6 square feet an hour. So it's pretty fast.
How long is that? That's
3 times faster than a VG3.
How many? That's 3 hours a roll. I'm trying to do the math. 2.5 hours a roll.
For a roll?
Yeah.
I think we
yeah,
one of
that's
our
a good
product
question.
experience guys was saying it works out to be about 8 rolls, 8 60-inch by 50 yard rolls. What was he telling me? It was like it worked out to be about 3 times faster.
That square footage 100% is also on a 60-inch roll because the speed on a 54 and a 60 is almost the same. Like it slightly shortens it, but for the most part, the time is just back and forth. It's this full width. So it's 100% on 60-inch. But yeah, I mean, you're doing high quality. We're printing a whole roll in 6 hours. So at high quality. This is not high speed at all.
Fastest printer cutter we've ever made.
Yeah.
For sure. No doubt. Let's talk about real life.
All right, let's do it.
Let's say you're doing a set of 250 decals. What would you think that would...
What kind of decals?
4-inch by 4-inch.
The Wensco.
6-inch by 6-inch.
We're doing the war logo for the war logo for the GPX show.
Okay. Let's do it.
What would that go for? About $300, $100?
Well, I'd have Tyler do it for free.
Thank you. I'm writing this down in my expense
And
report
then
now.
we'd send we'd send MDF funds to Avery.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We figured retail $100 to $300, let's say. But your cost would be about $12 all said and done. That's $288 a profit for that job. That would be rocket fast. So we're excited at Roland, Mike.
Does it perf cut too?
It sure does. And it has a 2-year warranty.
The perf cut's great. I mean, the cutting strip doesn't agree with me because I haven't figured out how to not cut the cutting strip when I do it. But outside of that, the perf cut's, just as good as any.
I like using a 60-degree blade when I perf cut. That's a little trick. And it perf cuts when you sheet cut too. So imagine you're doing thousands of labels. You can actually put a separation with a perf cut as the sheet cut.
So you click it off and it keeps going?
And it keeps going on the take-up reel, which now accommodates printing and cutting.
Can you set it to only print cut 5 rows at a time and then perf cut and then print cut 5?
Here's your pro tip, okay? If you're doing a bunch of decals, right? So say when we do it, we have 3 rows, right, at a time. So it's whatever, 9 in a row, 3 rows of decals. If when you go in to VersaWorks and you are editing the job and you put your copies in there, so say I'm I want to do 250 of them, do that all in there, it's going to just do 250 print and then it's going to cut 250 of them. But if you do it on the outside of that, so if you go to hit print and then it asks, would you like to print multiple copies? And you do it from there, it will print cut the first copy, then print cut the second copy, then print cut the third copy. So instead of doing it in the first setting, so it says you're doing 250, you say, I want to do 20, which is 3 rows or whatever. And then outside I want to do whatever that is, 12 copies of 20, which would be whatever that's 240.
So it's easy to game it to do that.
So instead of printing all of them and then cutting all of them, you would cut however many you wanted at a time. That's your pro tip for the day. Because typically, sometimes on perf cut, especially when you do it like we do and we try and mash them as close together as we can and you perf cut too far, the take-up wheels don't want to grab it, which isn't a printer issue. That's we cut too deep because we don't know how to set the settings right and it will get messed up. So if you're doing 250 of them, that becomes an issue. But if you're doing 20 at a time, then the fourth one in, it airs out and you're standing there, you just pause it and start again. No problem.
So you learned this from the cannabis guy?
I learned this from personal experience. Let me tell you though, we're talking about can it perf cut. Joe and I got it to perf cut that Jonah Formulations holographic material. And let me tell you, if it can perf cut that, you can perf cut anything out there. That stuff does not want to cut it all. And we dialed it in. So
another interesting fun fact, especially if you're a Roland user, a lot of VG3 users or VG2 users out there, we figure it's typically about 28 cents a square foot right now for a typical job. With the XG640, it's 17 cents a square foot. So there's savings just on ink savings. So we've made these machines a lot more efficient.
Yeah, it's good because you're definitely getting customers that have been lifelong Roland fans and then previous to this generation were moving away just due to ink costs, right? They're like, I run this thing all day, right? I'm running it 10 hours a day. And you're looking at what does that add up to on inks every single day?
So it's not what it costs the liter for that ink or, how much does that ink cost a liter? People always ask you, that's how much are you actually using of that
Correct.
ink? And that's where we really win. the efficiency of what it outputs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when we did the tests, what VersaWorks says you use in ink versus what the other software says you use in ink is less. That's what it says. So that's
if you see us at Printing United, we'll be there. Definitely come by our booth. We have everything in our booth, including the XP640 and the XG640. This promo is going to end at the end of September, so you need to act fast. But it's worth it because there's big savings.
Are we going to go get oysters somewhere, me and you?
Let's do it.
Okay, we're in.
Does Roland run their marketing calendar around the Wensco open houses, or is that just convenient for us?
Yeah.
Because there's one of our competitors runs their schedule around our open houses.
Yep.
So we appreciate
Well,
that.
I'm not going to get into that.
You'll be there, Joe.
I'm everybody's
you're
friend.
going to be there.
I'm everybody's friend.
So am I.
Not that one.
So am I.
Are you though?
I'm everybody's friend.
Okay.
Some people don't agree. He thinks so. It's really a one-way street.
I'm everybody's friend.
I agree.
Me too.
So that's what I came to talk about, and we're just super excited about these new products. I mean, this is for real. I mean, this is like the best we've ever made. Best printers we ever made, and it's not just us saying it. It's third parties like Keypoint Intelligence and other users, other dealers that have been around these printers. Everybody knows these are rock solid solutions. So come by the Printing United booth if you're at Printing United and check it out.
We've used the XP a lot before we sold it as a demo unit, and
We didn't sell it.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have any problem loading the material, Tyler? Do you need to crouch down or anything? Is there a problem?
No,
like
not usually.
some other brands or
No, the other one is pretty low to the ground. It's down there.
Do you find
It's
that
Ringo's
uncomfortable, Tyler?
I do, but
Okay.
they got a little.
I was just curious.
You guys don't send yours with that sweet little cart, though. I mean, I haven't used it yet, but it looks sweet.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Listen, when you get to me and Domingo's, and well, those guys are both older than me, just get on the floor and get back up one time and then think, hey, I got on the floor, I had to put the roll and then I got back up. It's not a fun day.
No.
And if I fall down, it's not a fun day.
Because you can print 2 rolls in a whole day, so you're going to do that at least a couple times.
If I do it twice in
we're
one day,
using that same material that's in that printer.
You're just like, why do you guys run this thing so slow? I'm not putting another roll on today.
Exactly.
Absolutely not. No, it's like I said, we used it a lot, and when we brought it to the new one, they were like, I told them, I said, we ran probably 8 rolls through it, and I said, I didn't have a single problem. The only problem I had was me forgetting to lock down the take-up rail, and then the take-up rail just spins and the roll doesn't move.
Yeah.
If you avoid that problem of user error, it ran perfectly fine. The colors that you get, I've said this forever with Roland, the colors that you get naturally out of the machine without having to play with them are always the best. When I print on Roland, the color that comes out is the color I'm expecting to see when it comes out of the printer. That's like one of the key features that I would tell anybody that was looking at printers.
And our color gamut story is just amazing.
Yeah.
And the XP640 has red ink now as part of the ink set. So that's another cool thing
red,
about
greens,
that.
and oranges always look absolutely incredible. And that doesn't say that any of the other printers in the market can't get there, but the ease of getting there on a Roland has always historically been easier. And I don't know how they set that up or what's in it.
It's all ease of use, Tyler. We're thinking about ease of use
100%.
and the end user's experience.
Yeah. And obviously that's what we've historically sold Roland here, right? So for us, it's just become the ease of like, well, we know this is going to work. Like if I go out there and I need to print something, I'm just going to print on the Roland.
It works for a new user that way too. We really think about the new user's experience and how easy it's going to be. And that's part of the story. That's part of the rip and the
we
whole
almost
story.
got too used to it when we had the roll-to-roll brand M that printed right out of the box. We're like, what the heck is that? And you can dial it in. Theirs is Verilift.
Yeah,
Verilift.
And you can dial it in, but straight out of the box, it was like we were used to it, and like, okay, that's not how it works. It's
right.
You get a little spoiled.
You get a little spoiled, but they all print. Just a matter of one's easy out of the box.
Yeah. And I mean, even
setting up is different.
Yeah, it might be
all manufacturers.
It might be
different
that
ways.
we're just not used to it. Too.
Exactly.
Or it could be that the whole thing is designed to be easy to use, and you're assuming that it's because of your experience. But the reality is if you're a first-time end user, it's just an easy experience all around because we thought about that.
Yeah,
It could be, Mike.
Could be.
It could be. It's hard to
I'm
know.
not sure I could still. Well, I mean, I can because I've done it, but like if I was an end user, because my age, could I actually pull it out of the box, get it hooked up and print? Probably not. I mean, I can now because I've had to do it at the customer, but yeah, I'm not very, let's just say even trying to hook my internet at home, I had to bring Ryan.
Yeah. That just might be user error though.
It was.
Mike tends to ask a lot of different questions about a lot of things. He came to me the other day and said, "Do you know how to adjust a sprinkler head?" Like, yes, I do.
My sprinklers, half of them are sprinkling the woods. The other half are sprinkling the driveway. One's spraying the house.
So you just need a little help all across the board.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get them to run. Like I'm trying to figure, okay, what's zone 1? I'm looking at this thing. I can't figure it out. I'm trying to read the directions. I'm like, I had to call for, like, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. Like, but yeah, I still have them. I got them dialed in a little bit, but I got someone coming over to help me.
Not Domingo though.
No.
Not Domingo would come help me.
He doesn't pay me enough.
Yeah.
So
Domingo doesn't do any extra work because he still hasn't been paid out for his like 72 hours of translation work that he has billed to Wensco. Nobody's.
It's already at 14 grand.
With my, do you know you can run 2 zones at the same time? They don't run very strong.
I was going to say, no.
I did on accident. Next thing I know, I had the backyard going and the front yard going. Like, what happened? I go out there and
trickling out.
No, there's 2. Like you have 2 automations.
Yeah.
And apparently I had 2 automations run at the same time, which the backyard was the same time as the front yard or whatever.
Right.
So they're both running at the same time.
Do you have the controller with the app on your phone?
No, I need to get
have that. It's called Beehive. I have it. I love it.
That's
I'll show it to you after the podcast.
The guy that's coming out to help me said, get Beehive. You can do it right from your phone.
I could run my sprinkler right now off my phone. It's great. You have a schedule. I'll show you after this podcast.
Yeah, I need it. I need to first fix all the sprinkler heads so they don't spray my house and the driveway and the
The
woods.
house will be nice and clean.
This whole conversation is about the same conversation you had with me in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll figure it out at some
listen,
point.
there's a lot of things I'm not very good. There's a lot of things I'm good at. There's a lot of things I'm not very good at.
So when he says he's not sure he can take a Roland out of the box and run it, that's his disclaimer. It took him 15 minutes to get there, but we got there eventually.
Yep. But I do want to add, if you are a new user, we have such a diversity of our product line. We're more than just roll-to-roll printers and printer cutters. We've got, UV flatbed printers. We've got small benchtop printers that are great for braille and for architectural signage. All kinds of entry-level products with our Versus Studio brand products. So if you want to print and cut, or if you want to do small-scale UV printing, we've got products that are in the $10,000 or less range, approximately. We've got a big portfolio, so it's really pays to go visit www.rolanddga.com to really learn about all of that.
It's Wensco.com is what I heard.
Yeah.
Because we also have some used equipment that we need to get rid of.
And you know why that is, Tyler?
Find a good home.
You know,
Find a good home.
You know what's an interesting thing? There is a lot of used equipment that's got the Roland brand on it. And it's amazing because most printers kind of die and that's the end of it. But we kind of have a reputation, if you ask your industry peers, Domingo, for the reliability of our gear. And there's a whole resale market with Roland gear because of how reliable it is. So investing in Roland technology is a payoff. I mean, you can often trade it in with your Roland dealer and get good value for it.
The place our XP just went, they've been running XRs. And if you are thinking
we discontinued that, 8-10 years ago?
If you're thinking to yourself, I don't think I've heard of XR. Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, that's a 10-year-old device, right?
Same thing, though. I mean,
this is coming out. We have open houses coming up.
Yep.
So you can visit Joe at the open house, as well as we have used equipment that we are looking to.
And what are those open house dates, Tyler?
The open houses are September 11th in Iowa, September 12th, Davenport, Iowa, September 24. There we go. I got it. 24, Cleveland. 25, Detroit. 26, GR.
Okay.
And this is my disclaimer. The equipment sales manager has been tasked with all equipment must be sold by the end of the open houses. So
that's a lot of pressure, Mike.
He's
under a lot of pressure.
That's also allowing him to sell it what he needs to sell it at. If we got to move it,
so it sounds like
we got to move it all.
So deals can be had.
There's going to be great deals, especially on the used stuff. And then there's certain brands that are going to be highly discounted.
Yeah.
And then there'll be the best deal we can possibly offer.
And don't forget about the XG640 promo, where you can save $4,000 at the end of September.
Yep.
If you're looking for high speed printer, there's never been a better time to get one than now.
And it's never been a better time to buy a Roland, Tyler.
And our deals will be at the open house only. We were going to extend it like another week, but since someone's having an open house right after ours, the deals will be at the end of Friday. They got to be all done
by today.
Before that second open house on a Saturday.
Yeah, so if someone shows up to your open house and they say, "Oh, I already bought equipment," it was intentional. Yeah, we were thought about it way ahead of time.
Yeah,
I'm not getting involved.
We're sick of shoppers.
So yeah, it's
shopping around.
We'll give you the best deal.
Well, it's really just comes down to like, I always like when you get to the point where you realize you need a printer, right? Like some people have just been like, I need a new printer, right? And it'll just drag on and on and on, which I understand it. Like, I'm not here to be like, oh, you need to make that decision now, right? That's not what we're trying to say. But what I am saying is like, if you're running a business and you realize you're in need, right? Like you're backed up on prints or your printer keeps going down and then we get it fixed and it goes down and then we get it fixed. Like it's getting old, right? Yeah. Or you're outsourcing it and you know that you need a new one. You've done the math, you know, yep, we can afford it. We could use it and it would definitely help us run our business. If you're to that point, like the longer we give you for our promos, usually just nothing happens, right? Like if I give you 2 weeks, you'll just wait until the end and then be like, oh, you know, I'm not going to do it. But then if we made it a 1 day sale, a lot of people are going to pull the trigger and you'll be like, that feels kind of like markety gimmicky. But I've never had anyone buy a printer at an open house and then come back later and be like, that was a bad idea. You know? Well, it's the same like on just that equipment, right? Like if you need the equipment, it's going to help your shop. And then you buy it day of the sale. Never has anyone come back and been like,
there's no regrets.
There's no horrible decision.
Right.
Like, no, it's just.
And if you're a Roland user, an existing Roland user, and maybe you've got one of the VG, VG, VG2, VG3, or maybe even an old VersaCam that's, and you need speed, or you're thinking about a second printer, or there's a bottleneck. That's where these printers are going to really make a difference. You know what I'm saying, Domingo? Mm-hmm. It's like having 3 printers in one printer. It's 3 times faster than the VG3, right?
It's like what we talk about the, customers that buy a printer and they move their other printer on the side just in case I might need to do something. Yeah. Right. But yet they're still running something on that printer. Yeah. Hey, run it on this one. Run it on that one. Yeah. I got this one doing this one. It's just more production, more speed, more output.
This is the Roland paradigm shift, Mike.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is.
It's the new generation?
It's the new generation. It's a paradigm shift.
All right. Gen Z stuff?
It's 3 times faster.
So the other thing I was going to say, open house is the time. So there's a lot of people out there with their limping around these old printers. And then somehow it becomes our fault when it breaks down and you can't get one right away. If you're limping along a printer, it's time to just buy a new one and you can still use that one. But I look at it as a car. Like if your car breaks down every 4th time you drive to work and you walk, how many times are you going to walk to work before you're finally just going to buy a new car?
Yeah. Also,
unless you're Max,
if you're thinking to yourself, I might buy one at the open house. If you want to buy one ahead of time, we'll probably give you the same deal because I would love to install some before we show up at the open house because otherwise we're going to try and install like 27 printers in 1 week, which is not going to work. So,
we do sell a lot of equipment at the open houses, but we hear a lot of customers that are, I should do it. I know I need to, but they just don't do it.
Yeah.
You just got to, if you're going to grow and your demand is there, you need to just do it.
And remember, we're kind of getting near the 4th quarter. It's almost, I hate to say it, but in a few months, we're going to be the end of the year. So this is the time to write off that investment too. You might want to talk to your accountant. It might be a perfect time to make that purchase for that write-off. Don't wait till the last week of December,
right?
And have your accountant say, "Hey, you need to buy some equipment."
Oh, we can't get it to you.
And then it's a mad, dash. Now's the time to start planning for that.
Remember, if you're doing that, you have to have it in your shop in order for it to be a tax write-off. It cannot be end of December and they didn't ship it. It's not going to count. You got to get it in before that.
Yep.
It's the same thing on your taxes. You got to get married by December 31st to get that married filed jointly.
Is there something going on we don't know about, Mike?
No, not really. But I was thinking with the tax bracket and I'm in singles, not helping.
All right.
If I could find someone to get married December 31st and then maybe annul it. second week of January.
It works out really good.
I'm
for
not
your
sure if
taxes.
the government looks at, but it saved me a fair amount of money on tax.
You could maybe do the next thing next year.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
for
I'll
the-
split it. I'll split the difference.
For the record, if you guys, for the planners out there, it works the same way with kids. It's really good to start
that's
trying early in the year so that you can have a kid in like November, December. You get the same amount of money. If you have them in January, they pay you the same as if you had them in November, December.
Yeah.
What a waste of your time.
Yeah, January 2nd, baby's the worst on taxes.
You got a whole year, and then they pay you next year on it. It's the
Man,
worst.
maybe I could just have a couple kids.
You could try.
I could probably adopt like a 17-and-a-half-year-old right at the end. Send them on their way.
Does that still work?
I don't know.
I think you would lose money on the adoption process, but it
Probably.
would be worth a try.
Well,
But anyways, the other thing you briefly mentioned, but I will say on our side of things, what's growing? Classic.
Come on, Mingo.
Anyways, the other
very
section,
unprofessional, Domingo. I'm really surprised that you
Yeah.
would let that happen.
I can't believe that would.
Hey, I did notice. Is that a Roland shirt too, Domingo? Other side.
Of course it is.
Look how professional we are.
We did it.
We all did it. We all,
'Cause it's Roland
we
Day.
all
What
did
a
it.
day.
We all roll it.
It's Roland
It's
Day.
Roland Day.
That's every day.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Every
the-
day is Roland Day at Wensco Sign Supply.
Rick, did you know who was coming in today?
Where's your Roland?
Where's your Roland shirt?
You can you can print
Oh.
3M on a Roland. You know,
It's on the back of my undershirt.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we
Good
believe
work.
you. We believe you.
Don't take your shirt off, please.
Anyways, the other section, we've been doing this a while. This will be the last thing we talk about with Roland, at least. But the other section that we've been growing a decent amount in is in that UV roll to roll section for sure.
So have we, obviously.
So the main push behind that is going to be the cannabis side of the industry is doing it for all of their labels and packaging and all
boutique
that kind of stuff.
packaging,
And
special effects labels.
yeah, so that the UV
Textured.
gloss textured labels has just been a huge growth on that
So
side for us
all
too.
of us, all of our cannabis friends out there in the ether, if you're looking at doing packaging and want to do print on demand packaging with specialty type printing, dimensional type labels, boutique packaging, you need to come and talk to Wensco about the LG 540 or 640. Actually, we have a 300 model too, but the 640 has been very popular with the cannabis community, I've noticed. So
Yeah, we've been growing pretty good there, and it's usually that are still using a decent amount of volume, which has kind of been surprising. Which maybe it's just not being familiar with the market, but
I've noticed supplement companies, they're popping up everywhere right now.
yeah, 100%.
And most of them are using specialty UV
yeah, you
packaging.
mentioned that in the past
Like
where you could feel the texture on the labels.
I'm pretty loyal to one brand, but somehow I got on some list to try all this stuff and then send it to them. So I'm getting all these weird. It's probably why I'm like, sometimes my face is like bright red.
So, what's
Like
great
they have
about
too
that,
much
Mike,
caffeine.
if you're doing labels, the reason is that, normally they're subbing it out. Well, they used to sub it out to China, right? And you have to buy, 10,000 labels at a shot, right? Now these companies figure it out. They can get a print cut device like the Roland LG series and print on demand. They don't have to inventory all this stuff, right? They can just print as they need. And that's the efficiency of, there's just so much efficiency with that.
Yep.
Not to mention the special effects that you can do.
And we've sold them into the bourbon market too in Kentucky, where they're printing those raised labels, and
it's becoming a thing on the craft beer side of things too. So I mentioned the cannabis because that's kind of where it's been driven, but I think they've driven it even further. I mean, like Ghost Energy brand uses UV technology, right? It's a matte label with gloss embossment on it. Craft beer has kind of become the same thing. So
if you're out there and you're
in
doing
that
any
market-
kind of specialty labels and you want to print on demand, you really need to talk to us because we're going to show you an innovative approach that you may not have considered.
Yeah, and some of them are just, if you're already doing like signage or stickers for a lot of these places, which like a lot of the craft brewery places have their own stickers or whatever. Like sometimes it just becomes like letting them know, like, hey, I don't know what you guys do for labels now, but like here's an option. We have this technology that can print these
Usually
labels.
it's a mind blow.
Yeah,
you
they're
could
just
do
like,
that.
oh, it's perfect because sometimes, I mean, they're running these super, super limited runs, right? Like some of these microbrews for sure, are just running like small batches, right? And they don't need that many labels. And to get them nice labels, you need to order like 100 to 1,000 of them. And
More
they're
than
like, I don't need
that.
I don't
Think
need-
about like 5,000 to 10,000.
yeah, oftentimes. And you're like, I don't need that many, right? And so the markup's good because typically they can't get them smaller anyways. and they get what they want, and you get to print great labels for them.
What a great business idea to do print-on-demand labels for different markets. That's another opportunity. There's just so many opportunities with our gear. So
opportunities. It's your favorite word.
Yeah. Well,
That's a sales rep term if I ever heard one. Oh, I got all these opportunities. I don't care about opportunities. I care about the money in my pocket.
Well, that affords you opportunities if you have money in your pocket too. Sure.
Guys, before we leave today, I just wanted to ask you one quick question, and that is, what is a pirate's favorite application tape? R tape. R tape is the #1 application tape in the United States, and it comes with an RLA, which is a release liner adhesion, meaning it's going to stick to the liner. Even on cut graphics, if you roll it, it's not going to tunnel, wrinkle, or curl, or anything like that. So if you're looking for the best application tape for cut graphics out there, R tape RLA is for you, and you can get it at Wensco.com.
We always say that, it's one industry that kind of starts it, and then the next one goes with it, and then the next one goes with it. So you'll start seeing this in the next 2 years, probably, that UV textured labels everywhere. It'll be everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's like an easy way for it to stand out when it's sitting, on a shelf or in a cooler or something.
And don't forget about our print to object type, like our COI Versa Object series or MO series with Versa Objects. Maybe you want to print on a bottle or print on some kind of a promotional product. We can do that too. There's just so many
golf balls,
of course. There's so many opportunities. So check out RolandDGA.com or go to Wensco.com to check out all of our portfolio.
He's getting it.
We trained him. We got him. Anyways,
I tried to talk the Amish people into getting a LG because they got the store up there.
Did you ask him?
Where do you talk? Is this in Elkhart, Indiana or something?
It's in Fremont.
Okay.
They have an Amish store up there. They label everything. Like, they're printing them already. So they
How's that work?
Listen.
Yeah. How does that work?
Okay, listen. This Amish community, I think I've
They
talked
don't
about it
use
before.
electricity. I thought they don't use electricity.
Yeah, but there's
This
different
one's got-
types.
this one's
There's
got
different
special
types.
rules.
Yeah, there's different types.
Here's
of
the
Amish.
funniest rule. So they consider themselves Amish. Well, there's two things. One, this lady always brings me food because she can't figure out how I can possibly eat because there's no lady in the house. Whatever, but if I was trying to get her to get my laundry done, but I didn't want her to wash it in the creek. But anyways,
You didn't want to press it.
I didn't want to press it. Anyways, he has tractors, but his tractors are not allowed in the field. So in other words, outside his fence, he can use a tractor. Inside his fence, he can't use a tractor. He had something stuck in his field. Apparently, I can drive his tractor into his field, but he can't. But he can walk right alongside of me while I pull it out. So
Weird set of rules.
Yeah.
But hey,
Very weird.
more power to them if
Some
that's
of
their,
those are some of the nicest neighbors. I have those two nice neighbors, and I have drunk Greg.
But they can use electricity in their shop.
Always wants me to go a drink with him.
Listen. Quick story about Greg. Greatest neighbor ever, do anything for you, but he drinks too much. He hasn't had a license for 20 years. Every day he drinks, and because I'm a good neighbor, I constantly make sure he has enough Budweiser in his outdoor fridge.
Just trying to help him out.
Just trying to help him out. Make sure he doesn't stop that habit. I mean, he's got something going good.
If he's made it this long.
But he will fix. Like, he'll probably fix my four-wheeler. Like, I won't have to. Like, he'll come down and get it, fix it. He fixes the tractors for us. He lives there kind of for free, just to like this. It's a second house on the farm. So, but yeah,
Nice.
I keep him hydrated.
Good job. When we get dehydrated, that's important out in this hot summer that we've had.
He was painting his car all the same. I can't have it look bad. I haven't had a license in 25 years. He's making sure his car doesn't look like it's been smashed. Well, obviously he smashed into something the night before. So,
well, anyways, thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Yeah, Joe.
We're excited
Joe.
at Roland. Again, a paradigm shift with these printers, the XP640 and the XG640 printer cutter. We're excited about showing it at Printing United. We're excited at showing it at the Wensco Open House Series.
Yeah,
And I'll be there.
that's right. We love it when you're there.
So thank you.
My last question is, where do we get the letters from? Are we just making them up, or
The letters?
yeah, VG, XG, XP?
Yeah,
The alphabet soup?
Yeah.
yeah, what's XP stand for?
It's a Japanese thing. I can't break the code.
Express Printer.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, there you go.
Extra fast printing.
Extra go.
I haven't been,
Go. Love it.
Am I allowed to officially use that in Roland
Extra go.
advertising? or-
Extra go.
Extra go.
Not with an E either. With just
Extra
with an
gas.
X. All right. Well,
Thank
go
you.
check
And
out that.
I hope you enjoy the new theme song.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
the
welcome
theme
to
song.
use
Hopefully
it.
we'll hear it. So say,
What, you want me to do it on my iPhone?
Yeah, do it on your
do it
phone.
now.
We're gonna play it.
Let's play it.
This is the first
Because
time.
you don't have the technology.
Well, while he pulls
Just
it up,
put it right up to the.
go check out the Extra Grow 640 and the Extra Print 640 at the Wensco.
All right, here we go. You ready? I'll just hold it up to the mic.
Yeah, hold it up to the mic.
And outro.
There we go. Well, this is the intro for the outro?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Just
just,
do
yeah.
music.
We're just auditioning it, right?
Music only.
Oh, you want the music
No,
only?
no, do the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do the intro
Do it.
for the outro.
Yeah, here we go.
There's an
whole
audition.
thing.
See
Ready?
if it picks it up. Oh, yeah.
From Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast, starring Mike Hall, with his co-host Tyler Hall, and their sometimes sidekick, Domingo Tobar. We invite you to join the show with today's relevant sign industry guest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Mikey.
Yeah.
Your new theme
That's
song.
great. That's great.
Thank you, Joe.
Just,
Thanks, Joe.
I try to help out wherever I can. Just make sure you have that copyright, Joe Morreale 2025
Yep,
at the
yep,
bottom
yep.
in small
25.
print. So
We gotcha.
So thanks, Joe.
Thanks,
we
Joe.
appreciate you for the intro and for coming on the podcast. For
absolutely.
The third time.
Thanks for welcoming. For the
Yeah,
welcome.
we're happy to keep selling Rolands as much as we can. So check it out at rolanddja.com or wensco.com. Or just call Domingo. His cell phone number is 616. Oh, sorry.
Poor.
We cut out there.
And we'll see you guys out there in podcast land at the open house series. This
Yeah.
coming up in September.
Sounds good.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
guys. And we'll see you in the next one.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.